Alex here, but we're back. How's it going? Good afternoon. Good evening to some. Maybe even good morning to some others, depending on your time zone. But how's it going? Friday, day 8 in the books. In the bag, in the books. We're done with training camp day 8. It was a good day. Best practice period, I feel, of them all, especially for Trey. This was a good day. This was a really good training camp. It's a very long one. It was hot. I'm tired, but we're good. What's up, Michelle? What's up, 49ers Throwback? How's it going, everybody? I'm going to wait for everybody to come in, but we're going to talk about training camp day 8. There was a lot of news today. There was a lot of workouts before that were announced before the day. They signed Willie Snead. He worked out. Dede Westbrook worked out. You had Marcus Johnson go on the concussion protocol. They cut wide receiver Tayser Mack. Jalen Moore also suffered a leg strain. He's hurt. It's a busy day. Yeah, lots to get to. Let me go over these transactions real quick. So we started the day with the 49ers report, with Aaron Wilson reporting that Willie Snead was going to sign, and then Marcus Johnson was placed on the concussion protocol. He got in a scuffle with Fred Warner, and he got a concussion. And Kyle Shanahan talked about that. He says, I don't really like that. I mean, you can be intense, but let's not get to the point where we're hurting each other. And then Jalen Moore suffered a lower leg strain. They worked out a quarterback. Quarterback James Morgan. I saw him out there working after practice, throwing the ball to Dede Westbrook and everybody. I don't know why they want a quarterback. Depth. You need depth. In the preseason, you need depth. That's pretty much what it is. So they're going to get this guy, and he's going to be a depth piece. Tayser Mack, he was waived from the team. He had a drop. He hasn't really had a good camp. So unfortunately for Tayser Mack, wide receiver, he was an undrafted free agent. They cut him. Undrafted free agent, I believe, out of Pitt, and he was cut today. So unfortunate for him, but fortunate for Willie Snead. It's an upgrade, I think. That's an upgrade. So yeah, Willie Snead was added to the team. And again, we talked about this earlier. He's a solid veteran. He's bounced around the league, but he's nice little deep threat. I think he's going to add good veteran presence to the wide receiver room. And the 49ers wide receiver room is absolutely dialed in. So that is that. Let's go get to training camp, shall we? Oh, wait, real quick. There's some questions. Michelle, she says she just got home from work. Shout out. She said she lives in Seattle. She told me, F the Seahawks. But why? She wants to know, why did we sign a wide receiver? Again, I just explained it. Marcus Johnson, concussion. Tayser Mack hasn't been really doing much in camp, so they cut him. And Willie Snead, he's kind of an upgrade. What is he, 29? He's not a horrible receiver. He's a good veteran. It's always good to have nice veterans. I think the team always likes to have those veterans that kind of help these younger guys. We have Danny Gray, who's a young buck this year. We signed Ray McLeod. He's been in the league for a few years. Last year we had Mohamed Sanu. He's gone. So get another veteran. I think that's why you do it. And it wasn't a bad signing. So, yeah, 1-year deal most likely. But anyways, let's get to training camp. The biggest takeaway today was that the offensive line was really good. Unbelievably good today. This was their best day. And I think that as the days continue to roll, the O-line should get better. I've talked about this before, that they're playing against an elite defensive line. They're playing against a really good D-line, right? Just a very stout team. And in the beginning stages of training camp, they didn't have pads on. And now they have pads, and that gives them an advantage. A little bit more of an advantage than they did than before, right? When you don't have the pads on, it's hard to get that leverage, and your technique is not going to show as much, as you just don't have a full ability to put yourself where you need to be. So pads really helps the offensive lineman, and I think that showed today. So a big day for Aaron Banks. I think Aaron Banks had his best day of camp. This guy has continuously showed me some really good skills overall, and I think Aaron Banks today was his best day. He's been holding tight at that left guard position, and he has been, ramping up every day. And again, every day it seems like he's having more standout plays than no standout plays. So I like Aaron Banks. Again, I've talked about him before, that his body's just in a better condition this year. He really, worked himself into a position where he looks great, and it's showing, right? His pass protection was really solid. He held back in the pocket. He helped Trey Lance stay back in the pocket very well. There were some big runs today, and they were towards that left side with Trent Williams. Like there was one play from Elijah Mitchell, just darted between them, and I was like, oh, and he would have broke it for a big touchdown. Had it been a football game, a real game. So Trent Williams and Aaron Banks have been really looking solid on that left side together. Left side, the best side, right? Just like Lakin and Trent. And this is one thing I said earlier in the offseason. I said, I don't think Trent Williams is going to let these guys fail. He's going to really help these guys. And he has. He worked with, Spencer Burford this offseason, Jason Poe. He's taken them under their wing. And I feel like that is why this offensive line is going to be good, because you have a leader like Trent Williams. And they've looked very good. The other guy, Spencer Burford, he's taken every single first team rep in training camp this offseason. Every single one. Spencer Burford has taken all first team reps. You love to see it. You love to hear it. You love to see it. It's pretty cool. This is my guy. Y'all know Big Spence. Me and him are, we've talked several times, and I'm just pulling for this guy. He's a really, really, really down to earth guy, very hard worker, and every day he's getting better. He's making the most of his chances. He's had some really good strong reps in pass protection. I mean, again, he's going to be up and down. He's a rookie. But the fact of the matter, the fact that he's getting all the first team reps and he's a rookie is just impressive to me, because Kyle Shanahan doesn't really love the rookies, right? And traditionally. So for him to get those reps has been huge. It's been huge. I love it. And he's going to continue to get better as the season goes on. So I love it. I hope you love it. It's great news. It is great news to hear. So Spencer Burford, Aaron Banks, two guys really stood out. I think it was a big dub today for the O-line. It was a massive dub for the O-line. This was their best day, and it was nice because Trey was getting a lot of time in the pocket. He was standing tall, and more time, he can go find his receivers. He doesn't have the, defense breathing down his throat. And you could tell Trey was feeling very comfortable today. It was a very good day for Trey Lance. Actually, probably his best day. He hasn't thrown an interception all week. Trey Lance has shined in training camp this last week. I know he's had a few days where he's missed some deep passes. There's been a few drops. But his confidence, his pocket awareness, those are the things you want to look for. And his decision-making, it's gotten better. And that's a big, big step in the right direction. And the other thing, like I said, the fact that this O-line is protecting him, it only bodes well for Trey. So, very good day, comfy in the pocket. And he was building chemistry with Kittle. I don't remember how many times he found Kittle. About 3 times. He found Kittle a lot. Kittle over the middle, Kittle to the right. Like, they were building that chemistry. It was nice. And that's the guy that he has to get comfortable with. He is comfortable with Brandon Ayuk. We know that. We know that Brandon Ayuk is the guy. He's the dog, the alpha in training camp. But it's nice to see Trey starting to kind of get that chemistry with the other people. George Kittle, we need him to build chemistry with George Kittle. Deebo Samuel, they're still kind of not on the same page 100%. He's missed them deep a few times. But the good thing about George Kittle and or Deebo Samuel and Trey Lance is that they stayed after practice working today. And I think they're slowly building that confidence or that chemistry. You can tell it's slowly coming. Eventually, they're going to get it all right. They got a month to figure this out. But it is nice to see those two guys building the chemistry and kind of getting things rolling. But George Kittle and Trey definitely getting things rocking and rolling. I like what I see out of those two. Today, Kittle and him had a phenomenal day. Let's see. Let's go to the center spot. I'm going to jump around a little bit. You know what? This center spot still is a question mark, a major question mark. It's still a work in progress. I'm not liking the center spot. Jake Brendel was a first-team center today after Brunskill was the first-team center, and he had a bad snap. I mean, it was bad. They had a really bad snap. Communication is not good there on that center spot. I wrote down that the center battle might come down to who can snap the ball better. Like, honestly, whoever can snap the freaking ball to the quarterback, that's who's going to get the center spot. Figure it out, guys. You got one job, snap the ball. I mean, there's other jobs on the line. The center spot is so important because you're basically the quarterback on that O-line. You're telling people where to go. You're finding assignments. You have to read blitz pickups. There's a lot that goes into the center. If you can't just snap the ball, that's off. Your whole offense gets off to a bad start. A bad start. If you snap the ball wrong, the whole play's fucked up. Pardon my language, but the center battle it's been crazy. I know Kyle Shanahan today talked to the media, and he says that they don't plan on signing a center. They don't plan. They still want to go and have a battle between Brendel and Brunskill. Right now, that battle is going nowhere. I couldn't tell you again. I know Shanahan says that Brendel has the leg up. I think he noticed that. I think he noted that in his conference today. I couldn't tell you. I honestly don't think anyone has a leg up because Brendel doesn't look great. Brunskill doesn't look great at center. I don't think Brunskill is a center anyways. Like, I don't like the fact that they're moving him to center. I know he's a versatile guy. He can play all along the line. He's just not a center. I don't like him at center. That's just me, though. It is what it is. But Kyle Shanahan knows better. He is the coach. I don't know shit. Let's move on from the O-line because it was a very good day for the O-line, right? It was a very good day. I can't take anything away from him. I just want to stress that the center position is a work in progress, and it has been the whole time. But you want to know who's not a work in progress? Brandon Aiyuk. Aiyuk is on fire. You know what? Brandon Aiyuk is dialed in, and he absolutely knows it. He's like a magnet. The ball shoots to his hand, and he catches it no matter what. Nate Sudfeld and him have a great connection. Brandon Aiyuk and Trey Lance obviously have a great connection. Brandon Aiyuk is a freaking stud. He had multiple big catches. I mean, it was insane. His one-on-one routes, crazy. He got this big one-on-one rep against Emmanuel Mosley. Over the top, pretty ball. I was just like, God, is there anything that Aiyuk can't do? He's beating everybody. He's beating every single cornerback, defensive back, anybody. You put anybody on Brandon Aiyuk, and he's beating them. He is consistently beating them. Like, just hands down dominating. He's a dog, man. And I really like Kyle Shanahan's press conference today about Brandon Aiyuk. He says that Ayuk's becoming more vocal. He's speaking up. Last year he was very quiet. This is what Jimmy Ward said the other day. He was quiet, but Aiyuk is talking. He's speaking. And Jed York was like, oh, he talked to me. Oh, my God. So that just shows you that Aiyuk was still in his head last year, like we talked about. And this year, it's all out. And the way he kind of moves around out there, you could tell he's got that swag. He got that swagger. Brandon Aiyuk had that swagger. Like, there was one play, left sideline, Sudfeld to Aiyuk, and he's just dancing on him. You could tell he's feeling, and he was dancing on the cornerbacks, eluding tackles. He couldn't take. He knew. He felt. He's a boss out on that field, and he knows it. Like, he knows it. He knows he's dominating. Like, you could just feel the Like, he just struts his shit now. Peacock vibes. Like, this man is strutting. Brandon Aiyuk is absolutely dialed in. Absolutely dialed in. And he is on a heater, and he cannot be cooled down. Brandon Aiyuk. Money in the bag. Money in the bag. Another guy that was money in the bank today was Elijah Mitchell. This was his best day at camp. A great day at camp. An absolute phenomenal day at camp for Elijah Mitchell. I mean, multiple runs. Again, I mentioned it earlier. He ran right in between Trent Williams and Aaron Banks. And it was a tutty. I can't wait. I hope they show this video. Because this man was zooming. Quick. He was quick. Every time he got the ball, he just bursting. Elijah Mitchell was on fire today. Good catching. Good running. He looks quick. His decision-making looks great. He can hit that hole really fast. He has good vision. The burst was there. Man, Elijah Mitchell, definitely best day of training camp. And he's been having really good days. But today, Elijah Mitchell had a fantastic. Other than Brandon Aiyuk, Elijah Mitchell was honestly, I think Elijah Mitchell might have been the best player at training camp today. That's how good he was. He was better than Brandon Aiyuk. I mean, he had more, breakaway plays. He had bigger plays. I mean, Brandon Aiyuk's Brandon Aiyuk. But Elijah Mitchell, crazy day. What's up, everybody? We got 17 viewers. We got 7 likes. Let's smash that like button. Let's get them in. Let's get them in. Let's smash that like button. And I hate to tell you to do it, but, you know, that's what YouTube needs you to do. Yeah, so Elijah Mitchell, impressive day. Let's get to some other people that had impressive days. Ty Davis Price. Whoo, TDP is tough. Another big day at camp for him. I like this guy. Keep an eye on TDP. The rookie out of LSU. He's gritty. He's hard to tackle. That's what I tweeted out. I was like, he's just consistently having days where he just shows his toughness out there. He's physical. You can't tackle. He's just leveling defenders. You can just tell in the regular season, he's going to truck a lot of people. He's going to truck a lot of defenders. I'm telling you, man, TDP is a beast. I am so impressed of TDP. Great rookie. And he's putting pressure on these running backs like Trey Sermon and Elijah Mitchell. This backfield is going to be good. You got 3 solid running backs at the top of the order. Elijah, Trey Sermon, and TDP. Preseason's going to be fun to see these guys. It's going to be fun to see these guys going out there and rocking and rolling on these people. TDP, man, just downhill, head down, doesn't give a damn about who comes in his way because he's trying to run them over. He's a monster, man. A monster. Beast. He's a beast. I love TDP. Very good. Very good player. Let's see. Get us you know what was another standout today? Let's shift a little bit. Jauan Jennings today had a very good day. You know, he hasn't had a very loud camp. Every time everybody asks me, oh, how's Jauan Jennings doing, Raj? And I told you I was going to keep an eye on some players today, and Jauan Jennings was one guy I had an eye on today. And I'm glad he had a big day today because he needed it. He's kind of, like I said, he hasn't really made much noise, but today he had a very good day. He had 2 really nice catches. There was one catch, strike over the middle. Sudfeld finds him, and Tarvarius Moore popped him, leveled him, boom. But he held onto the ball. He showed his physicality on there. Just a very, very physical wide receiver, and this was his best day at camp today. Jauan Jennings, I love to see it because I'm a big Jennings guy. His physicality is what really draws me to him. He's so hard to tackle, good hands, and today he showed it. Today was a good day for Jennings, and I'm happy about that. Very big catch. I mean, Tarvarius Moore leveled the guy. Put his head down, shoulder down, dropped him, and Jennings held on. And, you know, Tarvarius Moore has had a great camp. I'm telling you, man, Tarvarius Moore has been locked and loaded. I think he's been, as training camp goes by, Tarvarius Moore continues to look better. I'm excited about Tarvarius Moore, you know. I really, really, really have been impressed with Tarvarius. And I know Hufanga early on was the standout, but Tarvarius is kind of catching him. I think it's definitely a battle now. Tarvarius Moore has had multiple days in a row where he's just been top-notch, making big plays, showing his athleticism. And I like it because this guy come off a torn ACL, a torn Achilles. A torn Achilles, and that's not an easy injury, right? So, it's good to see him really moving fluidly and just doesn't show any signs of the injury. That's one big thing I look for in an injury, on a player returning from injury. Like, are they grimacing? Do they have any slow moments? Are they taking plays off? And Tarvarius Moore hasn't. So, let me get to some questions before I get down to the last few parts of this. That's pretty much the bulk of it. I do want to mention a few more things. There's a couple more things because there's some nice things that stood out. But I want to get to some questions here. SF Niners for Life says, my shirt game is fire. I try my best. I try to bring the heat every time. Bring that drip, Niner drip. Shout out to everybody that always helps me. I got a lot of people that plug me up. Lolita Customs on Instagram, I believe, sent me this one. Good people. They got a cool little shop. Let me see. I'll plug them up. I'm a nice guy. They didn't pay me for this. Lolita Customs. There you go. Right here. There it is. Lolita. It's hard to see. There it is. Lolita Customs. Check them out on Instagram. Cool shop. They got really nice shirts. They got a new Debo shirt coming out that they're going to hook me up with. So I'll probably be wearing that. But any case. Ray Rudo says, any chance TDB trucks Fred? The day he does that, that is going to be a viral video. I want to see TDP truck Fred. If he trucks Fred Warner, that is going to be viral everywhere if he did that. I hope he can. But it's not easy to truck Fred Warner. Fred Warner usually trucks everybody else. Fred Warner is hard to even get anything on. Fred is so damn impressive out there. His fit, oh God, I don't know. The way he moves. The way he moves. No other linebacker moves like Fred. And he just always knows where to be. He knows where to be. Fred is just a smart lineman. I like him. Of course, Fred Warner's the captain. He's a beast. But if TDP were to truck Fred Warner, everybody would lose their shit. I'm telling you, I bet you people would. That might start a fight. Fred Warner ain't trying to get trucked by a rookie. Let's see. One says, is our O-line going to be bad as everyone says? No, I don't think so. I keep saying this O-line is playing against the best defensive line in the NFL. This D-line is stone cold amazing. This O-line every day going up against them is going to make them great. When they go up against other teams not named the 49ers, this O-line is going to be stout. I'm telling you. This O-line is going to be stout against teams that are not our own defense. Any other team, the Niners are going to hold tight. And again, today, if you guys hadn't watched the lead, I talked about the O-line, and today was a very good day. You got to remember, we have Trent Williams out there. He's not going to let anybody fail on this O-line. And he hasn't. He's taken these guys under his wing. He's coaching them up. And today was a very good day for the O-line. Everybody's reading into this too much. For people that really are worried about the O-line, don't be worried. This O-line is going to be good. I'm telling you, they have young players developing, and they're continually getting better on a daily basis. So, I don't think so. Jimmy Robinson says, how's Ambry Thomas? He says he sounds like he's giving a lot of receptions. I'm going to be honest with you, Ambry Thomas has had a tough training camp. He hasn't really stood out. And I talked about this last time, one of these last days. As Ambry Thomas, even last year in training camp, he just didn't have a good training camp. I was there for most of them last year. I just don't know if Ambry Thomas is a good practice guy. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain players that I think that are good at practice, and there's some guys I just think that aren't. Ambry Thomas is not good at practice because he's getting burned, cooked up by everybody, especially Brandon Ayuk. And I kind of feel bad because whenever Brandon Ayuk, he's been a dog. When Brandon Ayuk is lined up against Ambry Thomas, I pray for that man. Because Brandon Ayuk is cooking him like gumbo. Every single time. But yeah, that's Ambry Thomas. Hasn't stood out. But the other guy they drafted last year, Deommodore Lenoir, on the other hand, Lockdown Lenny has looked very good. I like Lockdown. I like Lockdown Lenny. He's looking good. But yeah, unfortunately, Ambry Thomas isn't. And that's my guy. Ambry Thomas is my guy, so I'm rooting for him, but I'm going to keep it a buck. He hasn't looked good. But the problem is he plays up against Brandon Ayuk a lot, who has been amazing. So, Steve-O says, how many running backs will the Niners keep, including Juice? So, I have the Niners keeping, let's see, Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, TDP, Jeff Wilson, and maybe Jordan Mason. Jeff Wilson has been getting consistent time with the ones. I think Shanahan likes him. I think he's going to keep him around because he's a good touchdown guy in that red zone. And last year he had a down year because of the injury. I think Shanahan's very loyal to him, and he likes Jeff Wilson. But so then that means I think the odd man out is JaMycal Hasty. I don't think JaMycal Hasty makes it, but it's going to depend on preseason. If Jordan Mason can have a phenomenal preseason and kind of step up and showcase what he's been showing in training camp, I think he steals that spot from JaMycal Hasty. Right now, I think JaMycal Hasty's kind of got it just because he's got the experience. But if Jordan Mason continues to shine in the preseason, you can't drop him because some team will snag him up. They're going to snag him up. The problem is we got too many good running backs. Backfield is stacked. But I do think that's the running backs. I mean, Jordan Mason, man, having a good camp. Really happy about it. You know who had a nice day today? Let's shift gears a little bit. Ray McLeod, very elusive today, very quick on his feet. They found him on several different plays, but one of the best plays One of the best plays. This was a beautiful intermediate over the middle play from Trey to Ray Ray. Trey to Ray Ray. Trey to Ray Ray. And then after the play, Ray Ray dances and he shows his yak ability and he got another 10 yards. Ray Ray McCloud is like a junior yak brother. He's like a junior yak brother. This guy is so elusive after the catch. He's slippery. He's like dancing, skating. Defenders can't get him. Defenders can't get him. Charvarius Ward in coverage. Ray Ray McCloud, catch over the middle. He shook him. He danced it. And he got another extra yard, a couple 10 yards later. He's going to be a mini yak brother. I really like Ray Ray McCloud. When he gets the ball in his hands, very elusive. I like Ray Ray. Keep an eye. He's a secret weapon. What's up, Raphael, my man? My man 49er Media says, give Ray Ray that Yak Brothers application now. Give him that Yak Brothers application. Let him apply. Throw his resume out there and see if he can make it to the Yak Brothers. Because right now, Ray Ray McCloud is slowly becoming a Yak brother. Is it true he's 5'6", like Grant Cohn said? He's short. I don't know if is he 5. Let's look it up. I'm 5'6". So if Ray Ray McCloud is 5'6", he's as tall as me. And I'm not tall. Y'all seen the pictures of me and Locksmith. Small dude. I'm a short dude. He's 5'9". Ray Ray McCloud is 5'9". He is short. Shout out to the shorties. He is short. Not 5'6". But I think he looks 5'6" compared to everybody else out there. Because there's some tall dudes on the field. Ray Ray McCloud is 5'9". He's not 5'6". Grant Cohn is tripping. But he is shorter compared to most guys. I'm 5'6". Short. Ray Ray McCloud's not 5'6". But he's slippery. He's quick. He's like a little June bug. Just all over the place. I like Ray Ray. Ray Ray's fun. Okay, so the last rookie that caught my eye, I kept an eye on all the rookies today. There was 2 of them, actually. But Tariq Castro-Fields had some really good reps today. He was at the second unit, and he stood out. He had some very solid reps, good press coverage. I liked what I saw out of Tariq. Very good day out of him. I'm happy because I hadn't really noticed much out of him. But the last 2 days, he's kind of showed me a little bit more. And today was his best day. He had some good reps. And Drake Jackson. Good day for Drake Jackson. A lot with the second unit. Consistent pressure. Got a lot of work today. He got a PBU on a screen pass. I think Suddy was throwing a little screen pass. And Drake Jackson said, I'll take that. PBU. A little PBU. Drake Jackson looked good today. So Drake was good. Tariq Castro-Fields was good. And TDP was good. Those 3 rookies stood out. By far, out of everybody. Those were the 3 best rookies of the day. And then my boy Spencer Burford, starting at right guard. He has not missed a day at right guard, first team. That's impressive. For a rookie to be first team right guard on Kyle Shanahan's team and not miss his snap, that's saying a lot. They put a lot of trust in this kid. So I'm really happy for my boy Big Spence. That's pretty much all my notes for today. Let's go into some more questions. I'll take a few, and then we'll call it a day. 49ers Media says, how has Nick Zakelj been looking? Haven't heard much about him. Yeah, you haven't because he hasn't done much. He's a guy that's just really learning the ropes. He's on the 3rd team. He's been on the 3rd team, and haven't seen much of Nick. The guy that's really stepped up as a rookie, again, is Spencer Burford. I think Spencer Burford is by far and away ahead of Nick Zakelj. It's not a bad thing. Again, the Niners are going to develop their rookies. Some players develop a little slower. And Nick Zakelj hasn't done much. I'll be honest with you. My man Eric O says that backflip was insane. Drake Jackson, I knew he was going to do a backflip because that's his thing. I was waiting for it. I knew he was going to do a backflip. It was dope. It was crazy. A guy that big, Drake Jackson, is so big. He's larger than my life, right? A guy that big should not be moving that fast and that quick and have that much athleticism. It's scary. It's scary that he could do a backflip. It really is. It's really scary that he could do a backflip like that. Can you imagine how big that dude is and he's running a backflip like that? Let's pull up his height and weight. I don't even know how big this guy is. He's big though. I mean, he's huge. He's huge. He is 6'3", 254 pounds, and he did a backflip like that. 254 pounds with pads on? What a fucking monster, dude. What a beast. What a beast. Let's watch it. Shall we? Let's watch it. This is iconic. This is so good. A little pregame, a little rookie hype. They get the. I didn't expect this, and then I was like, oh shit, he's gonna do backflips. I thought it was coming right there, and then he went and grabbed the pom poms. This was fun. This was fun. Let's see. Look at his backflip. 254 pounds. Look at that. Oh, how did he do the backflip? 254 pounds. Mama, there goes that man. That was dope. That was a fun part of the day. So many cool things you see during training camp. You can see so many cool little things. That was one of the best days. And then he said George Kittle, absolutely, he snatched Sourdough Sam's soul. He comes up and he runs and he jumps up to him to bump, chest press him, chest bump him, and Sourdough falls back. That was so funny, dude. It was a good training camp. It's a good training camp. Oh, man. Let's see. How were some of the guys we worked out today look? I mean, it was workouts. They looked okay because they're just tossing the ball. D.D. Westbrook looked good. I liked what I saw out of him. He looked okay. He looked healthy. He looked good. And, really, really hard to gauge what they really look like in warm-ups because everybody looks like they know what they're doing. It's just a simple workout. They're not really doing much other than running a few routes and throwing the ball. So, nothing much to it. If they play football, they're going to look good doing that. So, nothing crazy. Let's see. I'll take a few more questions here. My man Francisco says, better than Richie James? Oh, yeah. That flip. Don't you think that flip is better than Richie James? I think so. I mean, that's impressive. To be that big and backflip. Richie James' backflip was dope, but the fact that this guy's 254 pounds, that's crazy. But that's pretty much training camp in a nutshell today. A very good day. Fun day. Again, Trey Lance, the standout. Trey Lance had a very good day. No interceptions. No really big mistakes. He looked confident. The O-line. Let's give a round of applause to the O-line today. Can you guys drop some clap emojis for the O-line today? Everybody's been crying their eyes out about the O-line. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Drop it in the chat. And Brandon Ayuk is a dog. It's a dog. Drop a dog emoji for Brandon Ayuk because he is absolutely shining like a dog. He's playing like a dog. Drop a dog for Brandon Ayuk because he got that dog in him. Love what I'm seeing out of Brandon Ayuk. Let's see. 49ers Raj 209. How's Robert Mdiche looking? Robert Mdiche is a hype man. Every time he comes up to the side, he's always trying to get the crowd to be hyped up. I like him. I like that. I like his vibe. But he's actually been pretty solid in the training camp practices that I've seen. Nothing crazy. He's been playing with the second team, sometimes the third team. He's been pretty good. I think he's a nice depth piece, and I think he'll probably stick around with the team because they did lose, Mo Hurst. Hassan Ridgeway's hurt. I think it's a guy that might stick around. But Kevin Givens, to me, is a guy that's just giving everybody a run for their money. Kevin Givens has been a very, very, very underrated, sneaky type player. I talked about him yesterday when we talked about all the standout players in camp so far. And Kevin Givens has been very nice. I like what I've seen out of my boy KG. Looking good. The O-line depth is just, it's great. It's great. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Look at that dog emoji. I like that dog that Michelle put, the little walking dog. It's my favorite dog emoji. I like the classic SF Niners for life. Little puppy face. So Brandon Ayuk, he's got that dog in him. I like it. I like it. 49ers Media with the little dog, walking dog emoji too. There we go. That's Brandon Ayuk. I appreciate you guys' support. That's it for today on YouTube. I'm going to take a little break. We'll probably be back on Instagram. You know how we do it. I love you guys. Back tomorrow, Saturday, training camp, day 9, and then day 10 on Sunday. God, what a grind. It's fun, though. It's fun. Shout out to everybody I saw today. I saw Locke, dope dude. We chopped it up. Locke's a good dude. Appreciate you. No problem. Michelle, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. You guys have a good rest of your day. I'm sure